Hi, my friends. Welcome to take 2 of kitting up the snowman for January for the Diamond Art Club calendar. As soon as I started filming, I'm not kidding, Goga was like, oh, even though I've been laying in this chair for like, I don't know, 2 hours, the second you hit the record button and you start to talk to people, I have to go to the bathroom. And I had to stop it because I don't feel comfortable leaving her in the bathroom. So hopefully I'm smart enough to have unboxed this before I do this video with you. This is the January 2020, or well, the month of January 2025 calendar of Diamond Art Club. And believe it or not, this snowman has 20 colors in it. Yes, 20. I was going to use, I'm like, oh, let me just pull out like, I don't know, 5 tray bricks because that's probably all I'll need before I looked at the picture. And I was like, holy, what the heck? Oh my gosh. So I'm using my round container system. Love this. I know you guys have seen me use this before. Oh, I'm trying to get so the glare isn't on here from the ring light, but that you can see it. It's from Walmart. I've linked it several times, but I will link it again. So Diamond Art Club has chosen to not have DMCs on these. And I don't really understand why. I mean, I don't run Diamond Art Club, so it's their company. They can do whatever they want. But for some, like, obviously this is B5200. But I emailed them and I was like, hey, do you happen to have the DMCs for, oh no, they're static. I'm like, do you happen to have the DMCs for the calendar? And they're like, no, sorry, we don't, because there's no sticker sheet. And I'm like, but you guys know what colors you put in there, right? Like, I don't know. I saved my drills. So, I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to react when I'm done with this. And what's Rami going to do? Am I going to put them in my trash jar? Am I going to try to match them up with the DMCs? Oh my gosh, what a nightmare. I mean, just this 1 month alone, there's 20 colors. Can you guys see how bad this static is? Just in this 1 month alone, there's 20 colors. Imagine all of the drills there's going to be left over. It's just going to break my flippin' heart to toss those drills. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but do I really want to like match them up? I don't know. Let me know if you're doing the calendar. Let me know what your plan is. What are you doing with it? Do you guys see any more? No. Let me just go ahead and grab a Q-tip and some static card because some of these are pretty bad. Also, if you have cracked the code as far as the numbers, and I say this on my unboxing too, if you have cracked the code on what, you know, number 4 for January is or whatever, let the world know. You will be doing all of us a big favor. Yeah, because you know, if you save your drills, it's like, and it's not that hard to like, this is like really wet. It's not like that hard to match, you know, DMC colors. It really isn't. But it's just time consuming, that's all. That's all. Yeah, these are all wet now. You know, and just something you kind of, I don't know. I don't want to spend time doing it if I don't have to. So, yeah, I was surprised. I honestly, I was honestly surprised that they didn't put the DMCs, but then they also don't have like any way for you to check. Like, okay. Let's see, number 1. So they're still using their same system, I see, as far as like they're going, well, are they going by weight? I don't know what they're doing. It's all out of order. But like this one has way less than this one. So I don't know. Doesn't matter. So how are you guys doing? How are we all doing? We're all doing okay. Doing good. The weather here has just been just dreary. It's typical weather. I can't believe that we haven't had any snow yet. I'm seeing videos from other parts of the country and I'm like, whoa. Whoa. Yeah, pretty intense. And we haven't had a lick of snow, not a lick of snow. I think that's kind of unusual. I mean, it's not like highly unusual, but typically by now we would have had, you know, at least a coating, not a sprinkle, I can't think of the word. We would have had something. That's what I'm trying to say. We would have had something. But let me know if you guys are experiencing snow where you are. Our snow here, when we get snow, it's typically it's like wet, yucky snow. There's times that we've had like where it's been dry and you can make like a snowman and stuff like that, but it's most of the time because it doesn't stick around for the most part. There's been times when it has. I mean, there's always exceptions, okay? But what I'm saying is typically it doesn't stick around. It'll snow and you're all excited and stuff like that. But we have had times where, oh my gosh, I remember one year, let's see, number 2, we were living in Edmonds. So this was way before the kids. I think it was in 89 or 90. Trying to remember where I was working, but I can't remember where. I remember my car. I drove a Datsun B210. It was a hatchback, and it was a hideous green. Stick shift. And it snowed 4 feet. I was at my husband's work, and I had started driving home, and it started snowing. And by the time I got, I'm going to say 10 miles from his work, my windshield wipers were not keeping up with the snow. And they were getting stuck, like, because there was so much snow. And I had to, like, get out and, like, push the snow off of my windshield. There were cars sliding all over the place. There were intersections. The power went out. This was just all on my way home. I hadn't made it even home yet. And I made it to this, it's a major intersection off of Aurora, which is, it's kind of a mini highway. It's Highway 99. And there was like a semi-truck that had jackknifed coming down this hill, and there were like several cars coming down this hill straight through this intersection, like just like sliding. And I'm like stuck at the intersection. I need to go straight, and these cars are coming like from my left, and I'm just like, oh man, please don't let me get stuck. The roads were so bad. And like instantly, like it just dumped. And I remember I was listening to the radio, And they're like, don't have any unnecessary accessories on in your car, especially if you get stuck somewhere. Like, don't just leave it going because, you know, your battery can die. And I'm like, okay. Got home, made it home fine. He made it home fine later. Took him forever to get home, and me. We lived in an apartment. We had a balcony. That's how I know it snowed 4 feet. I measured it. I don't think I've ever seen 4 feet of snow here, ever. And we lived in this apartment, and the power, all the power was out. Like, all the neighborhoods, nobody had power, and nobody knew, like, when we were gonna get power back and all this kind of stuff, because trees had, like, come down. It was a whole thing. So, I don't know, it was like 5 days without power, and it was so cold in our apartment. I mean, it was so cold. And 5 days went by, and finally we see the utility truck out on the street. I mean, nobody was going anywhere. It was like, we're like, oh my gosh, thank God. They're restoring our power. Everything's going to be great, you know, because it was getting dangerous, like dangerous level of cold inside the house, apartment, whatever. So the utility truck comes, it restores the power to the apartment complex. We're all just like so happy, you know, crank the heat up. It's like, God, get it warm in here. Everything started heating up. We're like, okay, you know, it's going to be all right. And an hour later, we heard this huge explosion. Boom! I mean, it was loud. It was during the day. And looked out the window into the parking lot, and I saw some people coming out of their apartments and going to the street. And I was like, what's going on? The street was to my left, so I couldn't see unless I went out there. So I'm like, what happened? Like, what was that explosion? It was loud. Oh, and we lost power when the explosion happened, by the way. So an hour with power. That rhymes. And we all go out there. There's a bunch of people standing around in the middle of the road. I kid you not. There was a squirrel. A gray squirrel that had done something and blown the transformer. How did we know? Because the squirrel was in the middle of the road with, let's just say the squirrel was no longer with us and was barbecue. And you could just tell, I'm not going to go into detail, but you could just tell from looking at the squirrel, okay, the squirrel had done it. And we were so mad. And so we were trying to get a hold of the utility company, and they're like, we're sorry, we're not coming back around. We already came through your area. There are other people who have been without power longer than you. And we're like, well, technically that's not true. Because we only had power for like an hour. And you guys, it got so cold in the apartment that there was frost inside of it. And we waited like another couple days, and we couldn't stay there anymore. It was just too, it was unlivable. And so we went and stayed with Adam's grandparents at the time, because they lived way far away. They had power. So yeah, that was a crazy year. That was probably, oh, and I forgot. So there were Metro buses. That's what we call our buses here, or community transit buses. You know, just buses. Public transportation buses. We have 2 floating bridges here in the Puget Sound. One is called the 520 floating bridge, and the other one is called the I-90. And they go across Lake Washington. If you guys have ever watched the hydroplane races, you will have seen the bridges. People had gotten stuck on those bridges in buses and in cars and had to sleep in the buses. The buses broke down. People were in cars, like the freeway was like littered with cars, like just abandoned cars. I don't know where the people went, but their cars no longer were functioning or something. And it was just, yeah, it was wild. But we don't really get years like that. And I think, well, it was either two years, or I want to say 2 years ago, that my husband and Brennan had to work like just a ridiculous amount of days in a row and a ridiculous amount of hours because of the snow and ice. And having said that, the cities, they like overreact when if the weatherman says there's going to be snow at my husband's work, they will literally just call everybody in. Even if it's 40 degrees outside, no, I am not making that up. They will call everybody in and be like, nope, you need to be on call. They'll get all the plows ready. They got all the salt ready. They get everything ready. You know, it's just crazy. It's like, but it's 40 degrees outside. I think the weatherman is probably wrong. But yeah, they want to make sure that they're not caught off guard. Okay, yeah, let's see, 18. Let me know if you guys got this calendar. It's really cute. I like it. I'm trying to figure out where to put it though. I was like, well, maybe I could put it on my fridge. On the front of my fridge. We have a calendar on the side of my fridge. It's the calendar I got for my husband for Christmas from Rodney Norman. He just loves him. And so I can't put it there. So I don't even know if I can hang this on the refrigerator. I would need the strongest magnets, because I was like, ooh, that's going to get heavy. Really, really heavy. Really, really fast. Just nothing. Well, maybe there won't be a lot of drills left over. Do you guys think? There it is. Oh, let me turn this off. Let me get the lid and turn it over so we can see the colors. The orange is obviously for the carrot. There it is. You see it? Blues. Ooh, look at all the static in this. Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. This was before I got the Q-tip out. So yeah, I'm going to do this. Last year I was working on my Temu calendar. I still have the little picture frame and I am doing the months, but I was like, well, I want something that I can show, you know. The Temu calendar is, I think, copied from like a cross stitch pattern or something. Okay, are any other ones staticky? Yeah, this one is. I think it's copied from a, because I looked it up and I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is like a pattern for like a, it's not Heaven and Earth or anything like that, but it's like, it was, I can't remember the name of the company, but I was like, wait, no, these guys copied it from that. So I was like, dang it. I always, I buy budget paintings. I buy things from Temu. You guys know that I do that. But, you know, I always try. I always do an image reverse or a reverse image search. And if I can't find it, I can't find it. You know, And I do my due diligence. And if I can't find it, I can't find it. And if later I find out, hey, that was a license, you know, that was a piece that was stolen, it's like, I feel really bad, but it's like, I literally looked it up in for a long time. Like, I don't just go image search. Oh, nope, don't see it on this page. Oh no, I go like all over the place to try to find it. Because sometimes you really have to hunt it down. Okay. All right, these seem better. All right, you guys. Well, sorry for the short video. I wanted to get this kitted up. I had no idea it had 20 colors at all. That's just crazy. It's all in, like, most of the, hold on. I've got too much going on here. Most of the colors are in this branch. Or these leaves that he's holding. This holly that he's holding. It's like number 15, 16, 13, 17, 12, 10, 9, 20. I think I already said 14 and 13. Yeah, it's like 11. I mean, yeah, there's so many colors right in there. So, because I was confused. I was like, wait, there's not 20 colors. And this calendar, and I said it on the unboxing, is like for grease pens. So, I don't know if you can use a Sharpie or not. I'm too afraid to try it. Of course, I know there's ways to get Sharpie off of stuff. So, like, have you guys ever used spray sunscreen? If you get the spray kind, and spray it on Sharpie that's on plastic, it'll just like wipe right off. So, all right, you guys, I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Loves.